It's total chaos when I'm just running all the day.
And so this is the Magician, which is a really good tarot card to pick. We're reaching out of ordinary reality and we're touching into something cosmic. The right hand is holding the wand, and then the left hand is pointing down with the index finger. And the unconscious and the conscious, and it all blends together to create something wonderful.
Hello, welcome to channel on Action Explorations. Our topic today is tarot cards and images in clinical setting. Interview with K.Carnabucci. Hi Karen.
Hi Anna, it is really good to be here.
New online education alert. If you're studying psychodrama and would like to learn it online with pre-recorded video formats, please check out actionexplorations.education. Watch for detailed announcement at the end of this video. Right now we're going to do a short demo with Karen on using the tarot cards in clinical setting. Okay, and I have here my deck of tarot cards.
Yes, wonderful. I think that's a good one. That's a variation of the one that I use. I think the pictures are a little brighter and it is fine. And so with the tarot, it is so important to use a deck that we like. People often ask, which deck should I use? And I say use one that you like, use one that you enjoy looking at, and the pictures speak to you.
Okay, should I open it up?
Yes, so you're opening it up, and of course you are taking a breath, return to the present moment. So one good thing to do, and this can be part of the warm-up, it is often one of the warm-ups, is just to be with the cards and just shuffle. So there's a repetitive movement that can be calming, that can be centering. Sometimes I have people put their feet flat on the floor. Sometimes I ask them if they would lengthen their spine just a little bit for a moment. Activities that help us be more and more present. Sometimes we light a candle, depending on what we're doing and where we are, and if candles are permitted. And so let's, just as we said earlier, let's actually just pick up a warm-up card just to start getting interested in looking at images and attuning to not just thinking, not just talking, but to be with an image. And I just invite you to notice when you're ready, right? So we work with warm-up now. When you're ready, when you feel the readiness inside of you, we'll choose that card. And you take your time, you trust your own readiness, you trust your own warm-up.
Okay, this speaks for me right away.
Okay. And so this is the Magician, which is a really good tarot card to pick. And I'll explain a little later why it's good for me, but why don't you turn it over and look at it for yourself and just take some time to be with it. You can also show it to the camera if you'd like, so the camera can see it as well. And then return it back to your own gaze. And notice what you see first.
First, the very powerful man standing in very confident position. Something is very powerful in this.
Yes.
It gives me energy right away, positive energy.
Funny, interesting, Anna. I pulled the same card with you.
Oh.
No.
Yes, I did. Honest, I did. That's why I said it was real interesting, but I wanted to tell you that later.
Wow, that's so interesting.
So this is the principle of synchronicity, and I did not plan it this way, and honest, it truly was the one that I picked.
Wow, I have even goosebumps.
So when we're working with the cards, and I do like the blind pull or the upside down, the willingness to be surprised, because there's the principle of synchronicity that Carl Jung taught us from his own method. And of course, he's a slight precursor to Moreno in some ways because he believed in active imagination. He had some basic pieces of experiential work that he used in terms of art. He was the one to name synchronicity with this idea that what appears to be a coincidence is in fact an event with deep meaning. And part of our challenge is to sort through what that meaning is. And then when we're able to sort through that meaning, we grow in some way. Something shifts, something happens, we're transformed. So this is an excellent example of synchronicity. You're in California shuffling your personal deck. I'm sitting here in Pennsylvania shuffling my personal deck. And across the miles, we pick this card, which is indeed a very powerful card, which is indeed the number 1. So there's the Jungian elements of the synchronicity and the image and the archetype of the magician. And there's also the Moranian elements of the cosmos. In the cosmos, magical things can happen. We're reaching out of ordinary reality and we're touching into something cosmic.
I just thought, thanks God, when I was asking you to do this interview, I picked up this topic. I asked you, could you please do it on tarot cards? And I'm so happy you cooperated on that.
You know, I love the tarot, and I always say, and I probably should say this now, I do want people to know that I'm not just the tarot lady. I mean, I'm a psychodramatist, I'm a psychodrama trainer, I've been trained in lots and lots of things. I'm a fan of the therapeutic spiral model. I integrate family and systemic constellations into psychodrama. I use Sandtray, but I do love the tarot, and it is magical, and we just saw that just now.
Should I say what I would like to work today on?
Yes, I would like to hear that, and then we'll figure out where we're going to go.
Lately, I'm like overloaded with work, and I have a little baby. So my baby is 5 months old, and I work full time, and I work on these videos. Then I'm working on commercial project, educational project for psychodramatists, action explorations education. I also work with clients, and I have a baby, and my days are like, it's total chaos when I'm just running all the day, and it's like very torn into like little pieces, like 30 minutes, 20 minutes, hour, and I need to focus. I need to make a big chunks of work. Even when I'm 20 or 30 minutes, I still can do stuff, but it's so chaotic that it's very hard for me to focus, and there are many tasks.
Excellent topic. And so let me tell you that we can use the card you just picked as part of that. And so that's another element of synchronicity, is many times the card that just naturally shows up, the card that we're attracted to, even without seeing it, has meaning for us. And I think that's what's happening here today, that we don't even need to pick another card. I originally planned this to be the warm-up, but you know, the way the synchronicity is showing up, we're going to do this. So for this vignette, I'm going to ask you just to look at the card one more time, and now to look at it very closely. You know, we scan our view of, you know, the main image, which of course is the person, one arm up, one arm down. We notice there's some roses that are in the arbor above the figure. We notice there's a table in front, and we notice the table is actually all the 4 symbols that are in the tarot, and then we notice there is then more lilies and roses actually in the bottom part of the card. So we're going to notice whatever we care to notice about it. We notice what's going on every level. We might have some feelings, we might not. We might have something that is especially drawing us, part of the image that is especially really catching our eye, or not. But we look at all of that. We make it into almost a meditation. Now, if I were maybe working a little more slowly with you in real life, we might actually take quite some time to breathe and be with it. But we're looking at it, right? And this is good enough. So you might want to notice, for example, is there anything that particularly stands out when you look at your image?
Well, first thing, when you are guiding through the image, it already helps me to focus. My request was to be able to focus better because I'm focusing on different parts of the image. I definitely noticing this infinity sign above his head.
Yes.
Something is very, like, it's definitely catch my eye, and it feels for me that magician himself think he is very focused. He definitely doesn't look unfocused. It feels like he has a mission. That's probably the main things which are coming up into my mind at this moment.
Very good. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to embody the figure, the role, if you will, in action. Okay? So to do this, you will have to push your chair. You will become the magician. The chair can be there and can represent you watching. So the right hand is up holding a wand. If you have something, a prop that you can use, excellent. So that is holding, the right hand is holding the wand, and then the left hand is pointing down with the index finger. You are taking the stance. If you'd like to close your eyes for a second, I will walk you through the image so that you don't have to look at it, so that you can start being it. We're going to notice your arms, your hands, one hand up, clutching wand, one hand down, pointing to the earth. Okay? Above you is a little bower of flowers. They are roses that are in full bloom, some leaves, and in front of you is a table. And on the table are 4 distinct items. There is another wand, there's a cup, there is a sword, and there is a pentacle, a round object with a star on top. And then even more in front of you, there's more flowers, also in full bloom. And this time it's a combination of lilies and roses, white lilies and red roses. And above your head, there is an infinity symbol that is suspended into air. I want you to feel with every particle of your body, feel this moment.
Oh my God, that feels so good.
To notice if you're feeling anything else, perhaps an emotion, perhaps a wish.
It's just coming in my mind. What I have in front of me on that table is these tasks, which is clients, my one project, another project, my baby. This is on my table. And there is other things which are flowers. It's all other things which I still have to do with, money, home, bunch of things around which I need to do. And at the same time, this infinity symbol here, it tells me, relax, you have all the time you need. You have like an infinite amount of time.
So that is the message that you have discovered. Yes. Can you look over to your chair now? And you are still the magician. And in the chair is Anna. And can you give Anna that message, the message that begins with relax? Yeah, take a breath.
Yeah, Anna, relax. You have all the time. Relax and focus and do everything in your own rhythm. There is no need to hurry. You have all the time you need. Do it, no worries, no hurry. Just do it in your own pace, in your personal rhythm, and with ability to focus. You are able, when you are doing everything in your rhythm, you are able to focus. And here's my symbol to you, like that you are able to focus.
Yes. Very good. So we take a breath. We're going to consciously step out of the magician role and sit in the chair. We're still doing the drama, so we're going to sit here as Anna. Magician is right there. is right there talking to you and has just handed you the wand the magician has been carrying. And the magician says, relax. You have the time. You have the time you need. It's all right. And I invite you to take in the message. As you were holding your object, and I love how you spontaneously picked up the pair of scissors at your desk. It's a prop. It works out very, very well. Yes, the magician has given you a symbol of power that he, she, or they have been carrying, holding, reaching up to the cosmos with. And it is now yours. You can notice what it feels like to have the message from the magician, what it feels like to have the object, the physical object in your hand. And if you'd like, you can offer a soliloquy.
My soliloquy is, when I am in my own rhythm, I'm not running for some like weird thoughts. When I am in my own rhythm, very often need to slow down, then I'm able to focus.
When I'm in my own rhythm, then I am able to focus. Very nice. I am writing that down for you. And what I will do is I will take a picture of it and I will text it to you so that it will be yours to keep and to look at. If we had a longer session, I might ask you to do something with it.
Yes.
Or maybe we would have a second scene or a third scene, or we might do all kinds of things, or we might journal on it. But it would be a way of really integrating that message deeper and deeper and deeper levels.
Wow. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. It's fun, isn't it? Yeah. And then amazing things can also be.
Karen, thank you so much. And it's just amazing how much can be done in a very short period of time. My timer on the camera was counting and it was like 14 minutes, 38 seconds with the whole demo. And it feels completely just energy switched. And had the opportunity to do this, a little piece of work, a little piece of healing. Thank you. It's amazing.
You were welcome. And it's wonderful. And yes, you know, that image goes straight to the parts of the brain that know how to accept the image and know how to work with it, and the unconscious and the conscious, and it all blends together to create something wonderful. So I think it was beautiful.
It's beautiful. Thank you. Could you please tell a little bit more about your practice? To just share the information, what you'd like viewers to know about you, about your practice, what you do.
I'm here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I have a private practice here and have started the Lancaster School of Psychodrama and Experiential Therapies. Until March 14th of this year, it was in person with a few online programs here or there as I was asked. And right now it is all online. And so I am teaching psychodrama. I am teaching how to integrate psychodrama and family constellations, which is the ancestor method of Bert Hellinger, which I have found to be so very valuable in working with people in ancestral trauma and ancestral burdens. I also am very involved in sand tray and obviously tarot and image and art making. I call it art making because I am not an art therapist, but I definitely use art and image in many ways. And I offer online classes, mostly taught by me, but once in a while I have a guest instructor with something that is related to experiential therapies or experiential healing in one way or another. And I write books. I am just finishing working with Gina Moreno, the daughter of Dr. J.L. Moreno and Florence Bridge Moreno, on her memoirs. It's coming out momentarily, and it has been a great project. And then I will actually be starting a book on teletherapy and how to use experiential methods, psychodrama, art making, family and systemic constellations in online work, just as we did today, actually.
Karen, could you please say your message to the viewers?
Well, I am a big fan of creativity, and I think that is why I love psychodrama so much. And I'm a big fan of spreading creativity and supporting other people in finding their own creativity. But I think it's more than creativity. I think it is also connection. And that is, to me, one of the most important parts of the Morenian method, is that he has taught us, along with Zerka Moreno, who was my own trainer, taught us how to help people connect more deeply through the method of sociometry. And I am a believer that connection is the medicine. And whether it is a connection of two in the dyad or whether it's a connection of more than two, that is the medicine that we are always needing. Certainly during the pandemic that we are experiencing, we need that kind of medicine even more. And it is the experience that makes the difference. And it is the safe experience that makes the difference. And I'm always figuring out how to share these wonderful methods and tools so that other people can take them, use them, learn them, enjoy them, grow with them, transform with them.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Karen, it's such a pleasure to have you and to do this wonderful interview. I had such a great time. Thank you so much, and I'm looking forward for future projects.
I am too. It would be wonderful to see what we can create.
Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video. Namaste. If you'd like to learn psychodrama online from leading trainers, affordably and at your own pace, go to actionexplorations.education. This is my project to expand access to the best trainers in the world. It's my baby. We are working with the leading psychodrama trainers to present pre-recorded programs. The programs will include lecture, cases, and evaluations. There will be a large selection of action exploration subjects. I'm going to add from 5 to 10 modules per month, so the content will be very rich. Namaste. We just spoke with Karen, and she agreed to do the whole educational course for action exploration education on using tarot cards and images in different applications. We are going to record it in the end of March 2022, so sometime the end of April or May it will be on.